What motivates you these days to write the next book? Because look, we were saying every time you write a book, someone's like, when's your next one? You're like, I'm doing this on Dancing with the Stars. When's the next one? You're like, girl, stop. Like, I'm here right now. But what is on your list? And does having that list bring you some kind of joy?
You know what's like that? It's actually a conversation that I have with Allie Love, who I know you're close with. You know, she asked me once, how do you want to spend every day for the next 2 years? And it just floored me because it wasn't like in 15 years, blah, blah, blah. It was like, no, like the mundane.
Right.
Like, how do you want to spend the ordinary moments? And that really helped ground me because I am an ambitious person, and I do have that ambitious flaw, I guess, of being onto the not even celebrating the win,
right?
And they're already on to the next thing. And I recently released a cookbook in March of 2026, and so that was a New York Times bestseller. I was so grateful for that, and I kind of have let things breathe. And by breathe, I mean, you know, still a very robust daily schedule.
Yes.
But in terms of like a creative process, I'm kind of letting it breathe.
Good for you.
Focusing on my podcast, Project Swagger, my Peloton work. I've got some branded partnerships. Of course, I've got racing, but I'm not feeling the pressure to like check the next thing off the box because I never want to resent the time away from my family.
Yeah.
And when I know I'm working on a project that is super hard work, requires grit, but I'm proud of the output, I can justify that time away. And when I see the friction, or I feel like, I don't want to do it, and it's coming from a place of like resentment, I know that the intention might be misaligned in terms of the choice to do that project.
What are some good takeaways from that? Because I think that's so important. People listening to this are hungry for that too. And you're right. They're getting their sleep. They're eating their greens. And sometimes I still feel kind of meh. It's like I'm doing the things. I don't feel great.
Yeah. Well, 2 things right off the bat. Lift heavy, heavy, 3 times a week, non-negotiable. And heavy meaning that last 1 or 2 reps should feel disrespectful. And I'm a firm proponent of 20 grams of creatine a day. Split across, but 20 grams. Super dosing.
How much is in one of those gummies?
Is 5.
Oh, okay. I do the gummy.
So I will super dose my creatine across like almost 3 or 4 Stanley cups. So lots of water. You know, you definitely don't want to increase your water intake. And I think the self-talk, I'm all about rattling the age cage.
Yeah.
And I see a lot on social media, or I'll meet, you know, members in the Peloton studio, and I'll hear an offside comment of like, "Oh, I'm too old for that now," and that person will be like 35,
You're
and I'm like,
please.
"What?
Are you talking about?
I think that we just have to, and I think the narrative is shifting for sure. And we have a ton of examples now of folks who are just doing iconic things in every decade of life, but it's important to watch how you can observe it, right? You can like a TikTok or like an Instagram story and be like, yeah, that person's awesome. But then when you're in the throes of it, and you're making a choice that you feel is bold, it's like, oh, is this pushing the boundaries of who I am at 40 or 50 or 60? And it's like, yes, it should. You should be rattling the age cage. Like, what decision, and this is a question that I would, related to the self-talk, that I would ask your listeners, what decision would you make if you were twice as bold and twice as confident? Because it's like that version of yourself is just waiting to be let out of a cage.